The most profitable businesses in the world are almost always the ugliest ones. Not the apps, not the startups, not the things people brag about at dinner. The real money hides inside businesses so boring that most people walk right past them their entire lives, never once realizing how much they quietly bring in every single month. Over the next few minutes, you're going to own 20 of them. We'll count down from number 20 to number 1, and for each, you'll see what it costs to start, how much it can bring in, and the one strange reason almost nobody competes for it. And if you only ever build one of them, make it number 1. Because number 1 isn't a business at all. It's the hidden principle underneath the other 19. The single thing that separates people who get rich slowly from people who never get rich at all. Hold on for it. It reframes this entire list. Let's begin. Number 20. Commercial window cleaning. Start with something you see every day and never think about. Someone hanging off a harness, cleaning the glass on a tall building. It looks dangerous. It looks like a job, not a business. And that is exactly why it's wide open. Commercial contracts for office towers and hospitals pay between $400 and $1,000 per working day, and many renew automatically every January without a single sales call. An operator running 3 small crews, cleaning nothing himself, can bill over $300,000 a year. The barrier isn't money, it's the fear of heights, from someone who could simply hire the person willing to climb. And there's your first pattern, one you'll see again and again. The business that is the most physically uncomfortable to do is usually the least competitive one to own. You don't climb the building, you find the person who will, pay them well, and keep the difference. Number 19. Pressure washing. No harness, no license, no fortune to start. A commercial-grade pressure washer costs between $1,500 and $4,000, and the world is full of filthy sidewalks, storefronts, and parking lots that have to be cleaned. Here's the quietly brilliant part. The demand doesn't care about the economy. When times are good, people clean their property to make it look nice. When times are bad, businesses are contractually required to keep their storefronts clean anyway. The smart operators don't chase one-off jobs. They sign annual contracts with buildings and condos, turning a dirty parking lot into recurring income that shows up whether they hunt for a client that week or not. Number 18. Portable restroom rentals. This is probably the least glamorous business on the entire list, and that is precisely why it works. The global market was worth around $2.5 billion in 2025, and it's climbing toward $4 billion. Why? Because every construction site, every festival, every outdoor event needs one, and almost nobody wants to own one. You can. You buy the units, rent them out by the month or the event, clean them on a fixed route, and collect every time they're in use. You're not selling anything. You're renting out the one thing nobody wants to buy. And here's the pattern beneath it. The uglier the product, the fewer people willing to compete with you. The discomfort isn't the obstacle, it's the wall that protects your profit.
Number 17. Vending machines. Forget the machines from 20 years ago. Today's take cards, run on screens, and report to your phone, so you never have to stand there watching one. A single well-placed machine in an office, a gym, a factory can generate between $300 and $1,000 a month in pure profit. The whole game isn't the product, it's the location. And here is the part almost nobody tells you. What you're really buying when you install a vending machine isn't the machine. It's permission to turn a dead corner into real estate that pays you rent 24 hours a day. That empty spot in the office hallway was worth nothing a month, until someone set a machine on top of it. Suddenly, standing still in one place is the entire business. Number 16. An ATM network. Hold on to this one because it locks directly onto the last one. Owning ATMs sounds like something only a bank can do. It isn't. Anyone can buy the machines, place them in businesses with heavy cash traffic, and earn a fee every single time someone withdraws. In the right spot, one machine can net between $1,000 and $3,000 a month. You don't sell a thing. You just keep it stocked and charge for the convenience of being there. And notice how it stacks. If you already have a vending machine in a location, that same owner will very likely take an ATM too. Every spot you visit becomes 2 income streams instead of 1, without doubling the time you spend on the route. Which is the quiet theme starting to form under all of this. The goal was never to work harder in more places. It was to make each place pay you more than once. Number 15. Bookkeeping for small businesses. Now we leave the machines behind and move to something completely different: paperwork. And yes, boring paperwork makes people rich too. Every small business has to keep its books in order, and most owners genuinely hate doing it. So they pay someone else between $500 and $1,500 a month to make it disappear. Do the simple math. 10 clients paying $1,000 a month each is $10,000 a month. No office, no employees, just you and a laptop. And here's the reframe. You don't need to be a certified accountant to handle a small business that only wants basic order, not a complex audit. What you're actually selling isn't a credential. It's peace of mind. The relief of knowing someone else is quietly handling the one task the owner dreads most. Notice the pattern forming. The best of these businesses don't sell a product. They sell the removal of a problem over and over every single month.
Number 14. Residential and commercial cleaning. This one is so simple that most people dismiss it on sight: cleaning houses and offices. But here's the number that changes the picture. A solo operator with just 5 recurring weekly clients can bring in between $5,000 and $8,000 a month. Scale to a 4-person crew, and that climbs to somewhere between $25,000 and $40,000 a month, at profit margins between 35% and 50%. The secret isn't cleaning better than everyone else. It's recurrence. One client who pays you every week for a year is worth far more than 10 clients who hire you once. And that's exactly where most people fail. Not because they clean badly, but because they burn their energy chasing new clients every week, instead of holding on to the ones they already have. It is always easier to keep a client who already trusts you than to convince a stranger every 7 days. Number 13. Pest control. Nobody wants to think about cockroaches. But cockroaches don't care whether you want to think about them, which is exactly why this business never runs out of demand. Once you sign a monthly maintenance contract with a restaurant, a building, or a home, that contract renews on its own, because no business will ever risk failing a health inspection over a pest problem. And here's what makes it special. It's one of the few services where the client comes to you instead of you chasing them. Think about the difference in power. When you need to sell, you have to persuade. When the client urgently needs what you have, they simply pay what you ask. Pest control lives permanently in that second world. Number 12. The laundromat. This is one of the most studied, boring businesses in America, and the numbers surprise almost everyone. A typical location brings in around $150,000 a year, with net margins that can reach 35%. But here's the stat that sounds made up.
roughly 95% of laundromats are still open after 5 years. Compare that to a brand new restaurant, and you'll understand why serious investors quietly prefer machines washing clothes over a trendy dining room. People will always need to wash their clothes. That doesn't change with the economy, the technology, or the trends. And there's a second layer most people miss. A huge share of the revenue no longer comes from the machines at all. It comes from what surrounds them. The vending, the ATM, the free Wi-Fi that keeps people sitting inside a little longer. Without anyone planning it, the laundromat became several small businesses running under one roof. Number 11. Self-storage. If you've ever wondered why storage facilities keep sprouting up on every corner in America, here's the answer. The U.S. self-storage market is worth over $45 billion, with more than 50,000 facilities in operation, and nearly 1 in 8 American households now rents a unit. Why is it growing so fast? Because new homes and apartments keep getting smaller, while people keep accumulating just as much stuff, or more. The business doesn't sell space. It sells the answer to a problem that modern life manufactures all by itself: nowhere to put your things. And here's the detail almost nobody mentions. The fastest growing customer isn't a family between homes. It's small online sellers using these units as cheap makeshift warehouses, storing inventory without paying for real commercial space. Storage quietly became the hidden infrastructure of small business. Number 10. Equipment and tool rental. Buying an industrial mower, scaffolding, or a professional-grade saw costs thousands of dollars that most people don't have and don't want to spend just to use it for one weekend. So they rent instead. And that's the business. You buy the equipment once, and you rent it out dozens of times across its useful life. The best customer isn't the homeowner mowing a lawn. It's the small contractor who'd rather rent a specialized machine than buy it, because his project lasts 3 weeks, and he doesn't want that machine sitting idle the rest of the year, eating storage and maintenance. It's the same logic as the portable restrooms. You absorb the cost of owning something expensive once and charge dozens of people to use it briefly. The equipment pays for itself several times over. After that, everything it earns is profit. Number 9. Sports card reselling. This one will surprise you because it doesn't sound like a business. It sounds like a hobby. But people are making real income buying bulk lots of collectible cards, identifying the valuable ones, grading their condition, and reselling them on specialized marketplaces. A single lot can hold thousands of cards to be sorted by year, condition, and current market price. Anyone who learns to do that quickly and accurately turns hours of manual work into consistent profit. Because one mispriced card can wipe out the gains from dozens sold correctly. It isn't gambling, it's a repeatable process. And because almost nobody treats it as a serious business, the competition stays low. Which breaks a myth worth breaking. Boring doesn't mean formal or fancy. Boring means repeatable and unglamorous, done with discipline every single day.
Number 8. Light manufacturing of small parts. Nobody grows up dreaming of making screws, and that is exactly why the people who do make screws, plastic connectors, or custom small components rarely face much competition. While everyone else is chasing something exciting, these quiet operators are producing the tiny, unglamorous pieces that every other business physically cannot function without. Here's the opening most people never see. The giant factories only want enormous orders, millions of units at a time.
But there's a whole ocean of small companies that need a few thousand custom parts, an order too small for the giants to bother with, and too specialized to import easily. That order is exactly the right size for you. You're not competing with the giant. You're serving the customer the giant refuses to answer the phone for. Number 7. Vertical software for tiny niches. Forget building the next world-changing app. The real money in software is often in the most boring corners imaginable. A simple scheduling tool for electricians, an inventory tracker for small shops, a booking system for dog groomers. Small, specific problems that big software companies consider too small to bother solving. And here's the reframe that matters. Your software doesn't have to be brilliant. It just has to remove one annoying task from someone who is already paying, in wasted hours, not to do it. The owner of that dog grooming shop doesn't want innovation. He wants the scheduling headache to disappear. Solve that one narrow, unglamorous problem, and he'll pay you every month for years without ever asking what else you've built. Number 6. Specialized electrical work. Everyone knows electricians make good money, but the ones making exceptional money aren't doing ordinary wiring. They're the ones who specialized early in exactly where the world is heading. EV charger installation, smart home systems, solar hookups. The same trade pointed at the places almost nobody has moved into yet. A specialized EV or smart home electrician can charge $250 an hour or more, simply because there are so few of them and demand is climbing fast. And that's the whole lesson of this one. It's the same old skill, aimed at where the puck is going instead of where it already is. Whoever gets to a growing niche first in their area gets to charge a premium for years, long before the crowd catches up.
Number 5. Plumbing for commercial kitchens. Everyone jokes about plumber rates, until the floor floods at 2 in the morning. That joke hides a serious business. Combine steady maintenance contracts with emergency work, and a plumber can pull in between $150,000 and $300,000 a year. But the real leap comes from specializing. There are plumbers who built 7-figure businesses by focusing on one single niche: commercial kitchen maintenance for restaurants. Why that niche? Because a restaurant cannot wait a week for a pipe to be fixed. Every hour that kitchen is down, they're bleeding money, so they pay premium rates for immediate help. Specializing in an urgent niche is always worth more than being a generalist for everyone. Instead of competing for every possible client, this plumber chose to be irreplaceable to one type of client. And when you're irreplaceable, you stop competing on price entirely. Number 4. Parking lots. According to industry reports, this is considered the single most boring business of them all, which is exactly why I want your full attention. A well-located lot in a business district can generate between $10,000 and $30,000 a month with almost no operating costs. An operator running 5 small lots in a commercial area can bring in $600,000 a year in a nearly completely passive way. There's no product to sell, no inventory to restock, no customer to serve with a smile. There's just an empty patch of ground, the right location, and people willing to pay to leave their car there for a few hours. It is, quite literally, making money from empty land. And here's why it's so defensible. This business doesn't compete on innovation or marketing or service. It competes on location alone. And location, unlike an idea, cannot be copied overnight. Whoever reached the right corner first keeps the advantage forever. Number 3. Established service franchises. Let me be honest, this one isn't for everyone because it takes real upfront capital. But the numbers show why it stays one of the most predictable paths to serious income. The average service franchise brings in over $1 million in annual revenue, and franchises make up more than 10% of all businesses in the United States.
that fast food restaurant you drive past every day? It's probably not owned by the corporation. It's owned by an ordinary person who chose to buy a proven system instead of inventing one. Because what you're really buying with a franchise isn't the brand, it's the instruction manual. Someone else already made the mistakes, already tuned the process, already tested what works over years. You just show up and execute it, which dramatically cuts the risk that kills brand new businesses.
Number 2, buying a business that already exists. Here's an idea most people never even consider. The smartest move often isn't starting a business at all. It's buying one that already works. Businesses with steady, recurring revenue typically sell for 3 to 5 times their annual profit, while one-time sale businesses sell for just 1 to 2 times. The market itself is telling you which kind is worth more. Think about what that actually buys you. The single greatest risk in any new business is the stretch of time where you don't yet know if it works. Buying an existing one with proven cash flow erases that risk on day one. You're not gambling on an idea. You're purchasing a machine whose money is already flowing. And here's the quiet truth that ties this whole list together. Every single one of the 19 businesses before this can be bought instead of built. You don't have to start from zero. You can buy the finished machine and simply keep it running. Which brings us, finally, to number 1. Number 1 isn't a business. It's the principle hiding underneath all 19, and it's the reason I told you to hold on. It's recurring revenue itself. Look back at every business that stood out on this list. The cleaning company with weekly clients, the pest control contract that renews on its own, the vending machine collecting money every single day. Not one of them got rich from a single brilliant sale. They got rich because the customer pays, leaves, and comes back to pay again next month, without ever having to be convinced twice. That is the entire difference between getting rich slowly and never getting rich at all. It was never which business you picked. It was whether that business pays you once or pays you forever. A business that charges once has to find a brand new customer tomorrow just to stand still. A business built on recurring revenue keeps earning from work it already did, which is the closest thing there is to making money while you sleep. None of these 20 are brilliant. Every one is boring, and that is the point. You're not buying a business. You're buying a machine that charges rent on time itself. Let me leave you with 2 people. Both started with the same money, the same year. The first spent 3 years chasing the brilliant idea, the app, the invention, the thing everyone would envy. He competed with 1,000 people doing exactly the same thing, burned through his savings, and today he's still employed, still searching. The second bought a 15-year-old laundromat with proven cash flow, added 2 vending machines and an ATM, and left his job in 4 years. The money comes in while he sleeps, and nobody in his life even suspects. The difference between them was never intelligence or luck. One chose the crowded field everyone wanted. The other chose the boring one nobody would touch. So the real question isn't which of these 20 you could build. It's whether you're willing to be bored on your way to being free. Which of these surprised you the most, or which do you already own? Tell me below, and subscribe, because next time we take apart another empire everyone thinks they understand, and no one really does.